Hello YouTube, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, it's the Counter-Strike Source review by me. Okay, what can I say about Counter-Strike Source? Well, most people will argue that it's a good game, but it is. It's pretty balanced. There's a lot of skill involved. I don't care how many people say there's no skill in Counter-Strike Source. If you shoot a wall, you shoot someone in the head. That's bollocks. You do have to aim. You do have to get a headshot by aiming at someone's head. Yes, 9 times out of 10. No, sorry, not 9 times out. I'd say 4 or 5 times out of 10. You won't actually hit your target unless you're spraying and spamming like fuck with all of your guns and they die. But most of the time, if you're a semi-good player, you can hit your target. It's called tapping. Yes, that's right. All you Call of Duty players who love to spray like crazy and watch people fall over, you can't in this. You have to use a bit of skill. You gotta aim, you gotta shoot. Yes, I know you can't aim down the sights, so it's all like, oh god, it's so old-fashioned. Well, tough. Counter-Strike is a good game. It takes a lot of skill to play. The community is huge. Granted, most of the players are complete arseholes or completely retarded, but yeah, so are the Call of Duty players. I mean, come on, the Call of Duty players, half of them aren't even old enough to own Call of Duty. Most of them are about 10, and they're all like, oh my god, you're so excited, oh, I hate it. Anyway, what I will say about Counter-Strike Source. Counter-Strike Source, yes, there are a few weapons in the game. I say this because there are more than a few weapons in the game, but there are only a few that people actually use. Also, the whole side to mixing or scrimming or whatever you want to call it is amazing. Scrimming, mixing is the way forward in Counter-Strike Source. If you play public game in Counter-Strike Source and you just go into an office and you just sort of like playing an office game, you'll have a bit of fun with it, granted. You go to a mix, it's a whole different board game. You have to be skilled, you have to know how to talk to your team, you have to know commands, this, that and the other, blah 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 blah, but it's all done by manpower. That's what makes it good. It's 5 guys, 1 leader telling 4 other guys what to do. Granted, sometimes you get people who say, oh, I don't want to do that. That's why you find yourself a decent team. Why do you think Counter-Strike Source has survived for so long? People have been playing it since it came out. It's been out for about 10, 12 years. I don't know exactly because I'm referring to when it was Counter-Strike 1.6 and they made Source and the Source engine, which is incredible. If you haven't got Counter-Strike Source, give it a go. And before you say, oh, it looks crap and old. Yes, it looks crap and old, but the gameplay is brilliant. The amount of people who I've played with over the years, I have been in clans, I have been in teams, I have had so much fun with this game. I've made so many friends from it, and you can really enjoy a community. And that's the main thing about games. It should be fun. It should be a community, and you know there's a good community in this game, and it is really enjoyable. And whenever someone says that the AWP is overpowered, it's not really. It does take quite a bit of skill to use an AWP, especially if you've got 5 guys running towards you and you have to shoot them all. And yes, I know you can no-scope and this, that and the other, and it's like, oh, it's not realistic. Well, I've tried it. You can actually no-scope with a rifle. It's possible, but it's very, very, very difficult. And we're forgetting something here, guys. This is a game. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. Therefore, they make it slightly more unrealistic. Do you think Space Invaders is realistic? Really? Do you? Come on. They look like... what do they look like? I don't know. Bits of Lego floating in the sky. Speaking of which, Counter-Strike Source has a very good customizable sort of side to it. You can customize the way your guns look, you can customize everything, but you can't do it within the game. You have to sort of change the game yourself. You can download skins and stuff for your weapons, you can download skins for the levels, you can play on different style of gameplay. That's another thing. most FPSs will not have their own styles of gameplay. You've got all sorts in this. You have gun game, which basically starts you off with a basic gun and you work your way up each kill. And the winner is the one who ends up with a knife and knifes someone at the end. You have deathmatch, which is basically, in my opinion, somewhere where you can train and learn to be better with certain guns. You have zombie mod, which is kind of fun. You are basically a survivor and you've got to survive all the zombies and get to the end of the level. You have prison break, which is for little kids who want to shout at adults and make themselves feel huge, and yeah, it's not that great. I mean, I went into a prison break server and I was being told to do stuff by some kid, so I shot him in the face and he said, "They're not the rules, I make the rules here, I'm the adult, you're the kid, now shut up." So basically I did that, and yeah, I got kicked out of the server, which was a load of fun. Also, you've got mini games, which are all sorts really. You've got jumping over obstacles, Wipeout, that was cool. I played a Counter-Strike Wipeout game where all of the Wipeout sort of levels, you had to do them in Counter-Strike. Yeah, fair enough, you can't shoot people, but it's great fun. You know, you're just trying to jump and you've got 6 guys and you're all in the middle of sort of like a turbine thing, and there's this spike going round and you have to jump or duck the spike. That was great fun. They don't have that in games nowadays. Let's take the Call of Duty series 1, 2 and 4, because I don't count 3 because I never played it. 1, 2 and 4 were pretty good. Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, no. Black Ops, I actually like Black Ops. I think Black Ops is pretty good, and World at War could have done with, you know, being able to spawn away from the enemy instead of next to him, but they did sort that out in the end. But yeah, moving back onto Counter-Strike Source. Counter-Strike Source players will probably say that my review on this is very true. The game is fun, and anyone who says the complete opposite to it are either bad at it or just don't know what they're missing with mixes and stuff. If you play public, you're not really having fun, in my opinion. Well, actually, no, saying that, I enjoy playing Office and I enjoy playing Dust 2, but I don't really play that much gun game, although I do play with my fiance sometimes, and she is a crack shot. She is actually pretty good, considering she hasn't been playing that long. But yeah, if you want to add me on Steam, feel free. I will put my Steam at the end of the video, and maybe we can have a mixed scrim sometime. Please comment and rate my video, and thank you for listening to my very passionate comments about Counter-Strike Source and its brilliantness. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to stress that Counter-Strike Source is one of the best first-person shooters ever made. Thank you.